So Dan, does this go to this direction? I think I got it right. Can you tell on there if it's working? Okay, I went the opposite direction of mute, so. Yeah, okay. So guys, we'll just keep them walking here for a second. Yeah, if you can, Susie, just turn there straight across just after the green and yellow gate there, okay? We'll just make it a little smaller with just 4 of you. Now I'd like you to go ahead and we'll get your rein length organized. And we'll do it a little different. Angie, let's turn and ride straight across to about here as well. We're just gonna make a little bit of a square kind of, okay? Maybe just pick a post to the right of that window or something. It's good riders to have a focal point. And Cheryl, it's kind of good for him to really work on a straight track and really kind of square up that corner a little bit, okay? Rein length's good, Cheryl. Just relax and let your leg go a little forward there. There you go. Good, yeah, that's good. A little faster walk, Angie. And Susie, maybe you can just make a circle or something and we'll get her back down in this square. Good, a little faster. Now, one thing, Angie, real important to me, hands are a little bit towards your thighs. Just let them stay a little higher and a little more toward, there you go. There you go. We want to think of your hands operating more towards your pockets or your belt, okay? Little shorter rein, little faster walk. And I have to say, Angie, right there, your leg is excellent. Good, Susie, yeah. And if you want to just keep her flexing a little right off the bat today, I'm fine with that, okay? Yeah, no, exactly. You need to have her dialed in just slightly, okay? Ideally, I'd love to have your spur was a little more just angled straight back rather than pointing up a little bit. You know, one of my favorite sayings is often worn, seldom used, okay? So hopefully if it's just straight across, we won't use it too often. You want a hand with it here? Whoa.
Again, I don't usually actually wear them that often, so it's like handy at some point. But
yeah, I'm just going to put it right there. There we go. And I've actually, like I said, I've warmed up to the softness of those. Just be careful with the roller aspect. And yeah, the aluminum ones come over the top.
Oh yeah,
so the tail can't.
But it's, when it's cold and you stick a little metal into the side.
Well, that's true. Yeah, yeah. But it's funny. I used to only know a one wreck. And then I was saying it in Portland, and this vet said, Jeff, just so you know, I know a girl that got hurt, same thing. And then when that Dale guy called me, I thought, man, that's 3. That's.
We do a lot of babies.
Yeah. Good. Good. Now, Emily, next time with him, is it he or she? She. Next time with her, we'll be a little more insistent she's on the rail there, okay? Okay, guys. Cheryl, let Angie get ahead of you a little bit, okay? Let's let them warm up, girls, posting trot. And if anything, a little on the slow side starting out. Now, Emily, when you first start, try to keep your eyes ahead, okay? And then we're going to go way over towards the clock, Emily. Straight line here, Susie. Yeah, we're going to cut off each end of the ring a little bit. That's all right, next time. Right here, Emily, next time. So, Angie, I'm your focal point. You're going to ride a straight line towards me, okay? And then just down there, Susie, just the other side of the green and yellow gate. Just pick a post by a window or whatever you like. Pretty good. Slightly to your right, okay? Good, pretty good, Cheryl. Yeah, keep him out here a little bit. There you go, good. So I love, Cheryl, as you approach me, a little right opening rein. Cheryl, just ever so slightly, thumbs up, hands a little higher and more separated. Good, little shorter rein, Susie. And there's a principle, guys. Good, Emily, good. Straight. Stay straight, still straight. There you go. I want to practice that, okay? Good girl. Eyes ahead. Yep. Maybe rein length a fraction shorter right here. Yep. See how you just overshoot it a little over there? You need to turn a little earlier, okay? Think, Angie. Good, Cheryl. Think turn a little earlier and a little outside leg. Well done. Now, as you approach me, Cheryl, think a little more open the rein, but you're going to coordinate it, Cheryl, a little more both reins, okay? It was a little bit right rein. Whoopsie, went right, left rein. Try to just have a light feel of both reins. Good girl. Straight, straight. Inside leg a little. Yeah. Now your next goal is to get her a little straighter head and neck, okay? She tends to have a little bend to the right. Overall, your position, Emily, very good. It's all right. That's good. Now that was a little early, but when you're jumping, typically it's better early than late, okay? If you err on one side, good. Now just real smooth, both hands. That's better. Good. Because when you get to the rail, he's got no option to turn, okay? So be careful, Cheryl, not quite so much. Susie, your goal, she's got great natural impulsion. You can kind of just stretch Susie into that lower leg a little bit. Let your lower, yeah, it's a little tappy on her sides. Just let it be real quiet. She's got great impulsion. It can just be pressureless and quiet. And I'd love, Susie, a little shorter rein, real quiet hands. Good. That was perfect. Perfect. Good. And good. Now, so as you approach me, Cheryl, lightly open, lightly feel. A little of both. There you go. That's better. That's better. Good. Straight here. Yeah, we're going to really try to get her dialed in, Susie, on a real straight line here, okay? There you go. And I have no problem with her flexion. Ideally, I prefer a hunter a little less, even though you see it a lot in that division nowadays, a little less flex, but until you have her dialed in today a little bit, it's kind of a good thing. Let's do it one more time, riders. And then girls, we're going to change direction. There you go. And when you guys act, that was straight. That was straight. Good, Cheryl. See, he's perfect there, Cheryl. Good. Now just keep that same contact with a little right opening rein. There you go. Inside leg slightly. Good. You're getting him. The fact, Cheryl, that he's about to flex tells you that you have it right. Now, riders, I'd like for you, you're going to ride straight towards me. Girls, change direction any way you like. Change diagonal, turn right. Good. And that's the way to keep her honest and straight. You know what I mean? When you're practicing at home, it sounds odd, but if you do a little, Emily, the opposite of what they want, that gets them rideable, okay? They want to go left, we go a little right. They want to go right, we might go a little left. They want this right here, Angie. They want a little slow, we go faster. Good, good. Pretty good. There you go. Because she does tend to bulge out, Susie, a little in that turn, okay? Good, real quiet hands, yep. And I'd love your hands, Susie. If you're in the hunter under saddle, that kind of a little low and close, I understand that it's discreet, but I'd love for daily training a little higher and a little more distance between hands. Straight here, Emily. Good, well done. Straight horse, she's still bent. So you're just gonna get aware of that little bit of right bend she has, okay? Good, straight here, Angie, good girl. Now, Angie, in the turns, keep your hip angle a little more closed, okay? You know, riding your 2-point, if you guys ever have a chance, watch Bernie Traurig's DVD deal. That's a good thing. But, you know, he mentions the 2 points, the foundation of position, and it truly is. Your jumping rider, dressage rider, it'd help everybody if they started with it first. But especially you jumping riders, the closed hip angle, working on your 2-point, that develops everything. Good, good, there you go, there you got her, yep. And I think just make sure sometimes, Emily, at home, turn her a little more with a right opening rein. It's very light, that might help straighten her a little bit. Good, well done. That was very good about straight, yep. So just hands slightly higher, a little distance between them. Yep, good, Cheryl. Okay, riders, walk a second. Ooh, good. Just stop here for a second. So what I'd love to have, do you mind one shorter stirrup?
Yeah, sure.
They just look a little reachy to me. Yeah.
Right long.
Yeah, I just don't want it. So, and these are basically kind of half holes, so it shouldn't be too big of a adjustment. But I
ride long.
I think it would just help you keep the lower leg and the heel a little more consistent. There you go. Let's do that. And I was a little worried your spur was too high, but I've been watching. It never accidentally touches him. It's fine. Yep. So one thing I'd like to practice, just shorten your reins slightly, so as you go ahead and grab them for a second. Oh, I see these reins. I thought you meant the real thin ones.
No, these are great.
Yeah, huh, I've never had these.
Rheumatoid arthritis.
So as you go into the corner, open, it's a little bit open. Whoops, okay, here, I want a little more coordination of both.
Okay.
And even though we don't want to use it too often, you're going to use a slight inside indirect rein behind the wither. So this hand to his outside haunch, and you're just going to ever so slightly. Then when you get him flexing and bent well, then this can turn to a direct rein opening. So just a little more coordination of both feels, a feel of both rein in each of the four corners, okay? It just ends up a little to one or the other. You can coordinate it a little more, okay? And the fact those few times when he did flex for you, that tells you had him, okay? So one other exercise we can do, Emily, because go ahead and I'll let you cheat and look at her for a second, but now she's a little better. But see how she has that slight tilt to the right? So when you're at home working this direction, and we'll do it in a few minutes, you can also ride a counter bend, okay? So in a few minutes, when I say counter bend, we'll probably start using the whole arena. So you'd come out of the corner, change diagonal, and bend her left actually down the long side. That can be a good correction since she just has that slight right bend all the time, okay? And then just I don't see you being stronger on the right, but just be aware of it, okay? You might sometimes, the fact she does it so much, if you got on a horse in the next group and it was bent right, then we know, right? But I don't see that personally watching you, but just try to be a little lighter. Susie, I love the fact you're letting her stretch like that, okay? Because so many of these poor equitation horses, they're flexed from thermal, I watch them some, they're flexed from dawn till dusk. Good, a little livelier walk. I think your leg, Angie, is pretty good, I have to say, even though I'm not a big fan of the stirrups. I don't see you a little too much on the toe or anything, okay? I do think sometimes posting a little more closed. Hip angle. Yeah, you want to lean a little more forward. Yeah. And for you guys that teach hip angle, good, just start it right there. Open the left, lightly feel. There you go, a little more left opening. Good, yeah. Try when you open it, Cheryl, not that it doesn't lower, okay? Just straight back. So when you guys are teaching, those of you that teach, hip angle, close, posting, trot, ideally 25, 30 degrees. You just need, Angie, sometimes about another 5 degrees. Good. Watch my hands, Emily. If she does that, just give her a little lift or bump up like that, okay? It's both hands, mostly up, slightly backwards, okay? Okay, riders, you can go ahead, Susie, and get rein length organized. We're going to keep this square a couple of more minutes, and we're going to change the pattern. So sometimes with her, you can practice something like this, quarter line, center line, whatever. She does tend to just, she'll bulge, yeah, exactly, bulge out.
We broke it, even as a 2-year-old, just a lot of tough time getting her to bend off my right.
Yeah.
And we had a chiropractic and stuff too, but it's tougher.
Yeah. Yeah, just see with her if you can't, what I would recommend is like in that corner, you know, maybe sacrifice, don't worry about the bend quite as much now. And then just think both legs a little bit, okay? Make sure that left leg stays back, guarding the haunch a little, okay? And remember, a little more feel of the outside rein at that moment will make it a little harder for the hind end to drift too far to the left. Okay, riders, when you're ready, eyes ahead, Emily, don't look, posting, trot. Yeah, now try not to kick quite so much though, okay? Good, straight, there you go. Because remember, you got a 50-50 shot at being right anyway, and I'll bet you feel it better than you think, okay? Because I love riders to start out without looking, and then if you need a little glance, I'm okay with it, but that helps you develop it. Good, open and lightly feel. Close, yeah. And just try, Cheryl, when you do it, there's not really a right-left motion. Yeah, she is a little harder this direction, huh? So what you want to try to work on, Susie, good, Angie, around me. So guys, keep pretending I'm standing there, Emily, okay? So if you just remember, Susie, the inside indirect rein, she's a lovely trot there. The right indirect rein behind the withers will help you with the bend, but it will send the haunch out. You understand? So you're just going to have to, it's a trade-off. She does look a little stiffer there. I'd love for you, now that I'm in the middle of the ring, watch me for a second. It's a little too much right, left, okay? I always tell people if that works so good, you wouldn't have to do it so often. So not that I'd say, you know, we do it some. I hardly ever teach it. But if you can just quiet it down and think fingers when you do it, and I don't even see it, that's a more correct way of doing it. And hopefully it's more intermittent and not as consistent. Good, good. That's better there. Now think straight, Emily. That's it. Taya, good to see you. So, atta girl. There you got her straight. And I'll tell you what, when she's straight right there, that's the first time I've seen her ears forward. And that tells you something, okay? Good. Soft right hand, straight horse. Good. Okay, now we're going to change it, girls. I'd like for you to go all the way to the ends of the ring. So, Angie, this now will go all the way down, okay? Across the ends of the ring, you're going to think slight shoulder forward to the right. So that'll be a little left opening rein that follows slightly. And have your horse, Cheryl. Good, Cheryl. You got it. Hand a little higher. Yep, eyes ahead a little. And Cheryl, look here. There's a principle. Look and see. I'm looking at you, but I see my hand. Try to just see his head. Don't watch his head, okay? You got it. Remember, a little more distance between hands. And then when she's pretty good there, Susie, see if you just, offer her to stretch out a little bit. She's a little over flexed there. Like I said, in the beginning, to kind of get her dialed in, I was okay with it. Brand new arena. She hadn't been indoors. But now see if she's being pretty good. See if you can't free it up a little bit. So across both ends of the ring, try to think a little, or even if we slightly overbend them, it's okay to get them by these doors. Good. Open the left. You can bend her a little right this time. Yeah. Think about your inside leg, Emily, a little closer to the girth. Good, Cheryl. Quiet hands. There. Feel his balance right there? You had him. He was light on his shoulder, okay? And try to think of it, Cheryl. It's more important he's light on his shoulder than the bend or the flexion. The bend will help produce that. Good. Open the left rein a little, Angie. Yeah, and I'll show you one little thing here. When he pulls down like that, watch my hands. Just give him a little bump up like that, okay? It's mostly upwards, slightly backwards. Much better, Emily, about straight. Good girl. And let me show you something. Look at my hands here. Her step is that much longer now that she's straight. That's why it's important, okay? Yeah, get him trotting for a second, Cheryl. Good. Quiet hands. There you go. Just try to keep, try open and bend a little. Try when you bend a little more straight, and then be a little careful it's not right, left as you bend. Good. A little more right bend. Think rib cage a little bit. Good. Now follow a little. Let her stretch and follow. Good. Not too fast though. Okay, girls. Change direction. Half turn. Half turn. So watching you, Emily, go to the left, I thought, oh, she's kind of okay with these stirrup irons. Go your right leg. I do think the width every day is haunting you a little bit, okay? That's part of why your right leg's a little like this. So again, if you don't have a show for a few weeks, just grab a normal pair, okay? If you've got a show next weekend, don't do it. It'll botch you up, all right? But if you got a little time this time of year and you're not showing, then maybe you slip these back on. If you're in the hunters, I'd rather the other ones anyway, but if you're doing the jumpers and you slip these back on, your last few schools before the show, it's fine, okay? But you'd be amazed how often, when I've had people do this, how often they've called me and they say, boy, did I get dependent on those, I didn't realize it. So this direction, Susie, she's perfect in the corner, right? So just try to think real light, like even right there, it's a little seesawing right, left, just hands quiet. Open, let go of the left rein a little. There, not too fast, just let go of it slightly. Let her stretch out. She's a little too low and a little over flexed. Leaning forward, Angie, a little. And riders, let's walk and rest for a minute. They've been working a fair bit here. Just let them stretch and cool out for a minute. Good. You know, if you ever have a chance, there's 3 books by Dr. Gerd Huschman, and one of them's called Balancing Act. And my favorite lines in that book, you can't force a tense muscle to relax. And that's a little how she is to the right. You know what I mean? Yeah, and we're just see if we just can't find some ways to get that side. Because if it just ends up too much here, that's when you have that and everything. Okay? To the left, she's beautiful. Boy, the second you went left, her back was more relaxed. She has a longer step. So just see if we can't figure that out. Let's just totally give her a long rein there, Emily. Just let her stretch and relax for a second. One thing, Emily, I'd also tell you to help you with that right leg is on just a light hack day at home, on purpose, ride a hole or 2 longer on that right side. Just as a kind of an exaggeration exercise. And people tend to go shorter on their weak side because it'll feel better. But then unfortunately, that sends you more to your strong side. So just occasionally at home on a light, like if you're riding her Wednesday or something, just go on purpose 1 or 2 holes long on the right. Okay? Just when you're hacking around, and it'll get you to stretch over to that side a little bit. So Cheryl, one goal I have for you is in the corners. We talked about the coordination of the rein aids. Be a little careful. You can see my wrist here. When you apply them, it gets a little this way. Let it just be fingers, straight wrist, and a little more straight back. Okay? It just gets a little low. You want to ditch that? Yeah, I'll take it for you, and I'll give it to someone over here, and then there you go.
Warm up for
Yep. Yeah, no, that's good. Yep. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh, thank you. Mind stashing that? Yeah, everything good? You're looking well? Yeah. So is Chris going to come by, or is he fishing? Oh,
No,
he's
he'll be
here?
here
Good. Okay,
anytime.
good.
Yeah.
Super. Did he tell you how he got me in Florida? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, he got me good. That was pretty funny. So guys, let's keep them walking for a minute here. So Cheryl, I ideally, just for fun, let's stop for a second. Let me just see where those hit on you. I wouldn't even mind one shorter, I hate to tell you. But let your leg hang aside. I'm just kind of curious. I mean, in reality, it's right on your ankle bone. I'll let you stay there a minute. We'll see, okay? Yeah. Just watching them. I wouldn't mind maybe one more even, but let's try that and we'll see. Yeah. Huh? No, I'm good, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, you might, Susie, find those books interesting for you. The Balancing Act would probably be the first one to start. There's another one, Tug of War, okay? Then he has a brand new one out called Collection or Contortion. It's very into the hind quarter and all that. For kids, that everybody can kind of, even your students can read Balancing Act. That one's more, like I have a professional friend in Columbus, she's like, man, that's a heavy read. I'm like, yeah, but it's interesting on the trunk and the pelvis and the, but most of his thing is the fact on this downside to this overflexion we see a lot, which she does tend to do a little bit, okay? Okay, guys, let's go ahead. You can get your rein length organized. Emily, one other thing I was going to mention to you, and I don't want to bug you because I was throwing other stuff at you. I'd love for you, just stop there for a second. Let me show you because we've got lots of time. I want you just to get in the habit. Your stick just a little that way.
Yeah.
She doesn't care, but
Yeah.
I got plenty that would care,
Yeah,
okay?
for sure.
So just let it, if you can, yeah, see how I angled it in your hand slightly? Just somewhere mid-thigh. Just get it real discreet. 'Cause someday you might get on a horse off the track.
Yeah.
They see that stick moving a little. It's a
Yeah.
big deal on them, okay? You know, we have one horse, and I'm a big fan of carrying a stick. On her, we just can't, okay? You know, but I don't know what happened to her in the past, but something did. Okay, let's keep your walk organized for a second. So Cheryl, your hands there are excellent. That's when we're trotting, that same, you know, keep them there even an ounce higher in that same straight wrist, okay? And posting trot. We're going to use the whole arena. Yeah. And one thing, Angie, I'd love to practice, when you make, in your leg, Angie's excellent there. Just remember leaning forward slightly. And we are going to shorten your stirrups a hole to jump, okay? They look a little reachy to me for jumping. So I want you leaning forward, Angie, a little more. There you go. Good, good. And when you, next time, Angie, when we make a walk, trot transition, try not to look down for diagonal so soon, okay? I want you to keep your eyes ahead, go a little ways, make a guess, okay? Then if you take a little glance down and check it, it's fine, okay? Okay, girls, when you get to the brick wall here, this little panel deal, change diagonal, slightly bend your horse to the right. This would be called a counter bend. You're going to do it from the little brick here, Susie, to a little past that Oxer, okay? And then, yeah, just only, Emily, only on the long side. Natural bend through the turn, okay? And then let's say about there, Emily, you can do it again. Change, bend a little right. Which, to be honest, this is a bad exercise for her. This is for Susie's horse. The other direction will be for your horse. Good. Soften it. Yeah, that works pretty good on her, Susie, okay? Switch back. Yeah, switch back before the gate here. This little red, white, and blue gate. Same exercise. So left bend there, Cheryl. Yep, now a little right bend. Yeah, just don't switch to the right bend quite so soon. And about this gate here, good, steady hands though, just be, you know, it's interesting, your hands are really nice and steady till you bend them a little, then they get a little seesaw, okay, switch back, good, a little left bend, keep it, yep, just quiet hands, good girl, there you go, you thought about it, keep a left, still left, now switch a little right, perfect, just light, quiet hands, good girl, there you got him, steady hands. He's yeah, and the bend is just switch back. The bend is very slight. Now, you, Emily, quit doing this on her now, okay? Because she really doesn't need this exercise this direction. The other direction at home, I want it quite a bit. Good. You're going to lean a little more forward yet, Angie. Just close. There you go. There, see? Because when you're more closed, Angie, then you're consistently practicing your jumping position, okay? If you tend to post, Angie, a little open, you're going to have a tendency to open a little early in the air, especially over your Oxers and stuff, all right? Good, good. Open the right rein a little there, Susie. Good, Cheryl. There you go. I love it when he thinks of stretching a little like that. Now switch to the left bend, Cheryl, a little early. Think inside leg, bend him left a little. There you got him. Perfect. When he gives you that flexion, that tells you, huh? Good girl. Keep the left. Nice corner. Nice corner. Light on his inside shoulder with the flexion. That's the ideal there. Not too much bend. Okay, girls, now straight and change direction any way you like. And one big goal for you, Susie, at home is the hands getting real quiet. When we talk about invisible aids, it has nothing to do with looking good. Invisible aids, they're obviously quieter, so that's more rewarding and more subtle for your horse. And it's also important from a balance standpoint. If I'm up, I outweigh you guys by a lot, but if I'm up there moving around a little extra, that's going to throw my horse off balance. Okay, now we are going to do it, Emily, this direction because this direction's for her, okay? So you, at home, you'll come through the corner. Now you change diagonal, bend her left. Let go of the right rein a little, yeah. Because you got to follow Emily with the right rein to allow the left bend. Good. Let her stretch a little, yeah. Good, yeah, not too fast. A little less bend this direction, Susie, okay? Because you want, good girl. Nice, nice, excellent. No, yeah, it's a little excessive right there. In the beginning, Cheryl was good. Then he overbent a little bit. So just stay on that diagonal because don't change. Okay, now bend her a little left. Whoops, you were on the wrong one. That's why we didn't want to change. There you go. It's okay. Just go straight, Angie. A little shorter rein. Leaning forward a little. Good, Cheryl. You got him. This is a good exercise, Cheryl, on him. See how it softened him? And you can do it quite often. Good. Quiet hands, Susie. There you go. Good. Yeah, don't spread them or anything. Just keep it real simple, Emily. Just lightly bend left, okay? For some reason, when getting this bend, you want to spread them way out. Not quite so far apart. Just keep it simple, inside left leg, and just try to bend her a little to that outside like that. Good. Quiet. Beautiful. There's a nice moment. She looks more relaxed there to the right. Good. Don't bend left too much. It's really important, Susie, left, that it's not excessive in the head and neck. Okay, girls, straight horses and walk. And when you're ready, now there's only 4 of you and we got a really nice big ring, but I want you, when we canter in a second here, I want you to occasionally, like if traffic allows, Susie, maybe just circle through the middle, or maybe Cheryl, it's nice and quiet, a big circle on that end. Okay, I want you, Angie, just on your own, say for each time around the ring, I want a couple of circles, okay? Nice and big. Okay, when you're ready, right lead canter. You can ride a little half seat or 2-point. Right, no problems, just the camera. There you go. Good. Eyes ahead. Yep. Quiet hands. Good. Nice, Emily. Atta girl. Boy, you've done a good job on that stick. And your right leg's pretty good there, Emily. Make sure you circle here and there. Circle here, Cheryl, please. It's all right. It's all right. All that happened, he was beautiful there. You just lightly turn him, okay? You had him so nice in the corner. Now, if she breaks, you want to sink, Angie, and then canter again, okay? So sink and canter, that a girl. Yep, don't stand too high. That's a good 2-point, Angie. Good, good. And your hip angle, Angie, cantering in your 2 points, excellent. It's only posting. I want to get you a little more close. Now make a circle there. You got a good spot. Just cross through the arena or something. Yep, eyes ahead. There you go. Good. Make sure you circle a little, Emily. And Emily, there your 2 points a little excessive, okay? You know, if you read Littauer, he mentions 2 points the moment you don't feel contact with the saddle. Unless you're on a racehorse, there's no upside to way out of the saddle, okay? Now, right, that's a good half seat. Now show me a teeny bit of 2-point out of the saddle, just slightly. There you go. Even a little more is okay. Good, good, nice. Soften, soften, yeah. Because once you have her that good, I'd love, Susie, to see if you can allow her to stretch a little more. Yeah, just keep trotting, Cheryl. We're going to trot anyway. Trot and change direction. And when you go ahead and walk a second. Track left, and once you're tracking left, girls, let them walk and catch their breath. Now, be a little careful, Angie, when you go to walk there, the lower leg gets too far ahead, okay? So as you're coming back to the walk, think knee bent, leg back underneath you a little bit. If that lower leg gets ahead on you like that, it sends the seat back in the saddle. That's an awkward place for us to sit, as well as it might goose and drive him forward or her forward a little bit, okay? So Cheryl, what I was going to mention on that one moment when he trotted down there, he was perfect through the corner. I just happened to turn around. I thought, wow, self-carriage. He was bent, he was flexed. So yeah, it just, when he is like that, when you turned, it was a little too strong, okay? When he's like that, say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's just like a 1 or a 2, okay? It's nice he offered that to you. Just let them catch their breath for a minute. Now guys, just for the sake of today and tomorrow, you know, if you read USA, which I'm a big fan of the USHJ manual, I think there's a lot of good information in there. But I do think the description of the positions is a little confusing, okay? And I'm not saying I'm right, it's wrong necessarily, but my preference, full seat in the saddle close to the vertical. Half seat still in the saddle, closed hip angle. They mean half seat slightly out, okay? They call what I call half seat, they call light seat. That's probably fine. The only thing I don't love about light seat is it somewhat refers to full seat as heavy. So it bugs me a little bit, but it's probably not that big a deal. If I want you out of the saddle, Emily, we'll call that 2-point, okay? And just make sure that the 2-point is barely out of the tack. Be a little careful it's not out of the tack and out over the pommel, okay? That does put you then ahead of the motion. I think that's why they thought half seat a little instead of 2-point was an effort to prevent that. But I don't know, I tried to switch a little, I hated it. And I really do, myself anyway, think just full seat, half seat, 2-point simpler, okay? The problem is sometimes I say half seat and everybody stands up. So we just have to make sure we're clear on that. And whatever you guys use at home is fine, but. Angie, your 2-point and your half seat are your two best friends. I don't want a whole lot of full seat yet, okay? Maybe, you know, at the walk, obviously you're in full seat. Maybe a teeny bit of sitting trot, teeny bit of canter full seat, but I want the vast majority of the time 2-point and a little half seat, okay? And your hip angle, when you gallop down the rail here in your 2-point, your hip angle was perfect. If you could have that same hip, no more than that same hip angle posting, that would be the ideal, okay? Okay, let's go ahead. You can get your rein length organized. And let's let them trot for a second so they know they're about to do something. Posting trot. Good, eyes ahead, Susie, a little, yeah. And when you're ready, sink into your half seat, left lead canter. Good, stay in it, yeah. Just be careful, Emily, when she's a little late not to stand, okay? Make her accept that. Now you can ride a little 2-point or half seat. Good, right there, Cheryl, eyes ahead, good girl. Good half seat, yeah. Good, well done. Just remember, Cheryl, a little distance between hands, huh? And I got to say, your leg is excellent there. Deep heel. You know, you keep that leg, I'm okay with that stirrup length. It's much better cantering actually than posting. You want to try to, if you can give me that same heel posting, that'd be great. Good, now a little of both. A little 2-point here, Emily. Don't stand too high, just a little. That's the best. That's the best. You guys watch Ann Kersinski in her 2-point, her seat's still back over the saddle even though she's out of the saddle. That's a good 2-point, Angie. Good girl. Because there you're basically just practicing your jumping position. Just make sure hands, Angie, a little higher and a little softer. Good. See if you can just get her to stretch a little now. She's so good there. Yeah. And when you think stretch, Susie, be a little careful the hands don't lower. Think a little more forward and towards the mouth, not down to encourage the stretch. Good, Cheryl. Okay, riders, posting trot. Eyes stay up, Angie. Don't look, don't look, don't look. Posting. There you go. Now I'll let you check it. Yep, and you're right anyway, huh? And you're gonna, unless something goes wrong, when a horse goes from the canter to the trot because of the footfall, you will be on the correct diagonal, okay? Just try when you look, Angie, to be a little more subtle about it, and that'll help balance. Walk, eyes, yep, and each left turn, Emily, do think just a little left bend. Right there's a little right bend. It's straighter though, that's a third what it was in the beginning, okay? That'd be my biggest tip for you on her. You gotta be aware of that right bend she has. And what was interesting is when you did get her straight was the first time I saw her prick her ears, and that tells you a lot, okay? They'll tell you a lot with that. You know, I miss this area horse-wise, okay? It's a great area. I don't like where I live horse-wise, but the one real plus to be in there, and I wouldn't trade it, even though I might get tired of it sometimes, I wouldn't trade it because, not as much now, but say 4 or 5 years ago, Emily, I really got to hang out with some pretty good cowboys quite a bit, and I learned a fair bit from them, okay? And I'm a big fan. I don't like that natural horsemanship term. It should just be horsemanship, and be careful of it. It's very trendy right now. There's a lot of them out there that aren't that good, my first thing is they're telling you they're good. I don't trust them, but anyway, because the guys I know that are good, they'll never say they are good, okay? But anyway, it's been a very useful thing, learning from those guys and adding it in a little bit. If you can be aware of that, I know Buck actually comes this direction occasionally. If you can go watch that, it'd be a great thing. Okay, let's let them stretch and cool out. Good. I love that moment there. Yeah, really follow that, Emily, there when she does that. Just go one hand on the buckle. Part of it's fatigue and part of it she's nice and relaxed there. Good girl. There's. Notice when you went on the buckle, her ears changed, okay? Those are little teeny things. You know, Melanie has a great saying. If you have a chance, there's a book called Riding with Life. Melanie Smith Taylor wrote it, okay? It is a great book. If you guys can pick that up, because she blends. She spent a lot of time with Buck, and she was a top Olympic show jumper, so she can blend the two together. That book that's better than buying any Western natural horsemanship book, okay? Because she can blend it, she can make us understand. Have you read that book, Susie? It's a great book. Melanie Smith Taylor, Riding with Life, okay? If you guys can grab that, it'd be a great thing to read. So, just let them walk a little both directions. You might, Susie, if you like, you can walk by a few of these jumps you think she might look at. And I do want to talk about one thing. Let's just keep them moving. It's pretty important to me they keep moving. We worked pretty hard on the flat there. We talked a while, but they've worked about 50 minutes. So Susie, my biggest goal for you is if we could get you, when you do, and I hardly ever bring it up. We probably will in the last group, because it's a pretty strong group. But I don't talk about a vibrating hand too often, but yours is a little excessive. We see it all the time in the hunters. You know what I mean? I can go to the hunter ring, and I remember I was watching one under saddle in thermal, only one rider wasn't doing it, okay? But just if you can, if you're, just where it's a method. Think of it this way. It's an intermittent method we use occasionally with the shoulder four, with the transition, with the circle. By itself as a means, it's not good, okay? So if you can just tone it down a little bit, I'm not saying never use it, but if you can just tone it down a little less, a fair bit less often, and then when you do it, again, sometimes, yes, it has to be a little more visible, but hopefully it's just fingers, okay? If you read Denimothy, he says the window's very narrow on when you do move the bit, okay? What was I reading the other day? The word was just slip the bit. You know what I mean? My favorite, though, is basically just thinking fingers and invisible. And, my daughter has this old thoroughbred mare, and it's quite useful on her in the corner. If you just ever so slightly move the bit a little, she's completely different, much better. But she's an old thoroughbred mare, But I'm like, Mia, did you see that? And she's like, Dad, I don't see you doing it. I'm like, well, that's kind of the whole point. You know what I mean? I'm doing it, but she didn't see it, okay? So Now, it scares me to death to even mention it to her because I'm going to see her in 2 months and she'll be overdoing it. Okay, as green as she is, I shouldn't remotely say it to her, but the mare is kind of dicey in the corners. You need it slightly. Okay? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'll take that over someone harsh backwards anytime. Okay? Okay, guys, if you could, if any of you need water or restroom, we'll take a little 5-minute break here. Can I steal somebody for jumps?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, great.
and me, but I'm usually.
Stella, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, everything good? Yep, yep. Looking good. Yep. Rachel, nice to meet you, Rachel. Thanks for helping. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys need water or restroom, we're fine. We're going to fiddle with jumps for about 5 minutes, let them catch their breath, and then we'll start to school. So guys, if we can make kind of a small cross rail with the yellow, like down 1 hole probably from where that cup is, okay? Yeah, we could, if you wouldn't mind lowering it just about like that, okay? Thank you. What's your name?
Christine.
Christine? Jeff Cook. Nice to meet you, Christine.
Actually, she broke that little baby.
Oh, did you? Oh, great, great. Well, good to meet you. Yeah, good to meet you.
We call our test crack jump.
Good deal. Angie? Yeah, now stick around though, because even if some of this you're not comfortable with, you and I can do some stuff, okay? Yeah. Go. Yeah, let's, those we're not even using. If we could make the green and yellow rail barely higher than that gate. Okay. Christine, why don't, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to just top rails off that Oxer, put them as ground lines. And then why don't we, I don't know what to do with this Oxer. It doesn't really. Let's steal, if you wouldn't mind, this rail is a ground line on that side of the cross rail, and I'll steal this one. Good. Yep, that'll work perfect. How you doing?
How are you?
Yeah, Jeff.
Patty Hannah.
Patty's, how are you? We've met before, haven't we? Yeah, I knew you looked familiar. Good to see you, Patty. Yep. Yeah.
I've been actually be here in a little while.
So, great. Well, it's good to see you. Okay, everybody good? Wait for Cheryl here and we'll get rolling. So, well, when you're showing, what are you doing?
We have just started doing baby cross rail.
Cross rails. Okay, great.
And like last week I had a lesson with Gus. It was the first time that we cantered into a couple of cross rails.
Okay, great.
Trotting cross rails is comfortable. Cantering cross rails is the latest.
Okay, super.
Now, Melissa and other people show her doing other things.
Right.
But I don't.
Okay, yep.
Yes, we will.
She said, I'll teach you.
She will teach you.
Well, you
She's a
can
great
do what
teacher.
you can kind of hang out, and actually you're pretty safe riding here, okay? And watch them a little bit, and then at the end you and I can do some stuff, okay? Because I want you to jump a little.
Okay.
Do you need us to stay in or?
Actually I'm good now, guys. Yeah, thank you. I just need a little help there. I'll be fine now, thanks. So.
Right here is okay.
Oh yeah, you're safe here. Yep. Let me just fix this one a little bit. I didn't get it quite right. You know, I have a clinic next weekend in Portland, and it drives me crazy because every year they just are, this one stable in particular is adamant about jumping high all the time. And you know, I'll go there and, oh, we schooled meter 50. I'm like, well, that's kind of stupid. You show it a meter 20, you know, but they're just adamant about it. You know, we can do a lot of Emily low jumps. This is kind of flat work with jumps in the way today, okay? Tomorrow we'll do a little more course type work, okay? But it's so, can you give me, Angie, any ideas why I really like practicing low? We can come up with a big list, but there's probably 3 or 4 main ones.
I don't know, consistency, confidence, stuff.
Bingo. I'll say confidence. Okay. So let's say let's say you and I are working on release. Okay. And you're thinking, release? That looks pretty dang big to me. You know what I mean? So it gives you the chance to practice what we're working on. You know what I mean? And keep you able to focus on it. Okay. Anything else? Huh?
Wear and tear on the horse.
Bingo, big one, okay? Stress on the horse. I read a deal once, 1 jump at 3.9 was the same as 18 jumps at 3 foot. That's a big difference, okay? So stress, able to concentrate. Any other ideas?
Getting the basics down before you go higher.
Yeah, we'll keep that with that one kind of, okay? It's safer. The 3 main ones, stress, easier to concentrate, and let's say you and I are, let's say, you know, I'm putting you in a different position or something. Hey, it might go wrong, right? When you're learning a new technique, it might go wrong. And if it goes wrong and that's that height, probably pretty easy to work out of it than if it's meter 30 or something, okay? So safety, the stress on the horse, crucial. Safety, third is your answer. You know what I mean? Easier to, it's not fair of me to be working on release with you guys or something. You're saying, heck, my horse hates that jump, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Cheryl, I'd like you can go first, okay? You want Susie to go first? Okay, so let's do this. I want you to come off the right, trot up the rail, left turn, cross rail, okay? Or right turn, I'm sorry, right turn, cross rail, land and turn left, canter down the side, back to your trot about the, let's say, the viewing room, trot this cross rail, okay? Then you're going to go to the right, okay, and come around, and we'll canter both those jumps. Yeah, now when you land, how are his flying changes? Okay, yeah, I mean, Susie, I'm good simple or flying landing, because this is kind of an awkward place for a flying change, okay, on a baby. So, Emily, same with you, okay? What I want, and what's really important to me, girls, is a plan. It's all right, now canter, that'll give them a little forward quality, good girl. Yep, keep the canter to about the viewing room. Reins are a little too short. Now trot. Trot, don't rush it, cool it, diagonal, cool it, little cluck. Good, canter, turn up, it's all right. You're okay, keep canter, it's good he does something. Canter around, jump that one again. And Susie, we'll have you go next, but just stall a second before you go. Good, now trot here, now stay out, practice the straight line just like when I was a focal point on the flat. And that's Angie and Riders why we did that. Little cluck. There you got him. Right turn. There you go. Now canter. Now you're going to do them both at the canter. Now that a big goal, Cheryl, a little closer to your tack. These are little tight square corners. Maybe a little more half seat, little less 2-point, and not too fast. Stick with him. Okay, it's fine. Susie, you'll do this one actually, okay? Now, okay, let him walk a second, let him walk. So I was going to have you do the yellow one again, then the blue again. Let him catch his breath. Now, that's all right. It's a little confusing. I just throw it at you. Here's what we're going to learn from this. I want you in these tight square corners at the canter, a little more. Just stop here for a second. You're going to stay in your saddle, lean forward a little. You're going to stay right there. I want a little more half seat, a little less 2-point. Because he's kind of big and gangly, you know what I mean? And by being closer to your tack, that's just going to naturally balance and create a little impulsion and engagement. Okay? Hang out. We'll make him bigger and he'll do it better. Okay, Susie. So Emily, you can watch the pattern here. Oh, just easy. Good, quiet hands. Yeah, hands a little higher. Just keep turning there. Yeah, now just lightly bend her right there. Remember, open and follow with the, there, now soften it. Because if you can get thinking rib cage and right bend, remember we can't force it, we got to just find a way to relax it. Straight. Good. Keep cantering. Yep. So Emily, if they land left, you can just keep going. If they land right, just put in a little simple change. Okay? Okay. Now you're going to trot this one, out and straight. When you land, turn right. No rush, no rush. Soften. It's fine. Trot, trot. Now canter. Now you go all the way around the end of the ring, eyes ahead. Yep. Try not to seesaw. Quiet hands. Good. Good. A little closer to your tack, a little higher hand. Follow it, follow it. Well done. Eyes ahead. Good girl. She's a good jumper. Stay on the rail. Quiet hands. Good girl. A little higher yet. Soften a little. And in the ring, I'm okay if you keep them a little low, but it's not a good training. You know, there's guys in the hunters, there's things that might kind of be correct in the under saddle, but that's not classic riding. Good girl. Eyes up. Good. Okay, let her walk a minute, huh? Good. She's a good jumper, Susie. See, and I know there's a lot of that flexion out there, but I'd love to wean her off it a little bit. It should be a little more stretched, a little more out. Did you ever get to see Rick Fancher ride? Yes. Oscar or something? You know what I mean? Yeah. I like that, but now that's kind of overkill nowadays, maybe. But I still would prefer that myself, but I'm old. But if you can just, if she's a little round, a little bit, just see if it can get a little less here and a little more out there. And I think you're actually pretty close to it, okay? I really do. Now, in the air, she looks real tuned into the leads. That's fine, just don't overdo it. In the air, I do want you eyes on the window, middle of your horse. It's just a little ahead of the motion in the air. We can just, yeah, it's just a habit. Get you a little closer, eyes up, okay? That'll help her front even more. Okay, Emily? Start with trotting the yellow. Don't go too far away. And try to be aware there when you put your right leg on her, the leg to go forward just behind the girth, not too far back. Out and straight, no rush, no rush. Easy, easy, little cluck. Good, keep going. Whoop, keep going there. So if a horse breaks, and I think maybe Angie, we talked about this on the flat, try girls when they break, don't post. That rewards them for breaking. Sink into your tack, engage, balance up a little bit, and then make them canter again. Don't rush it, don't rush it. Trot, trot, trot. Now canter. Now you're going to canter both. And again, in this little exercise, excuse me, close to your saddle. Good girl. Good half seat. Don't rush it, out and straight. Easy. Pretty good. Trot, trot, trot. Eyes up, canter, sits it, sits it. Yep, remember simple change, stay in the tack. A true simple change is through the walk. We cheat a little bit and do it through the trot. Good. Trot, trot, trot. Sit, sit, sit. Canter. There you go. Good. Okay, let her walk a minute, huh? So you look pretty good at the jumps. Just stop her there. Yeah, not too much of that trot when you're all done, okay? Better canter, walk, a little bit of it for reward sometimes, but a lot of times it gets overdone, okay? So good at the jumps. Your trot jumps will square the corners up slightly more, okay? Your biggest thing you learn is when you land, if she does something wrong, posting's reward, okay? It's great reward. But we don't want to reward when she lands and falls apart. You're going to land, no big deal, but land, sink, maybe even full seat, engage and canter right away. That'll get her off those front feet a little bit and produce the balance where then you're just going to be able to gallop on and not worry about it, okay? Yeah. So just be real aware of that. Now, Cheryl, one thing I wanted to mention, I call it the gray area. So let's say, Susie, on your young horse, you were all hanging out at the end gate, and I said, okay, our first jump's the cross rail down there. And then if Susie turns through here, says, oh, I'm going to save my horse 8-10 strides, I'm good with that. But Cheryl, try, guys, not too often to be kind of between here. You can call it whatever you want. I just happen to call it the gray area, or here. Because to me, then they kind of learn they can get a little crooked or fall in. So even though, Cheryl, the jump might be way down there, when we go this time, I want you to really be insistent. He's out glued to the wall across the ends of the ring, okay? Okay, Cheryl, let's do the same exercise, this time at the canter, okay? Actually, you know what? Let's trot the first jump. I want to give you a little trick for trot jumps, okay? Trot the first one. So, because on a horse that's kind of lazy, it's hard to trot something little because it's kind of too easy for him, right? So here's what you're going to do. That's a good trot. You're going to collect it a little right in here. Don't speed up. Right about me. Cool it a little. Cool it a little. Cool it a little. Now leg and cluck. Now leg and cluck. There you go. Feel how it made him make an effort? Good girl. Okay, against the wall. Now canter the others. Good. This is just slow canter, nice and straight. And when you guys land, if you have any doubt, just trot and canter. If you're not quite sure, well done. Well done. Trot a step, because that's a difficult place for a change. You got it. You got it. 2-point flow a little there is good. Now about the end gate, sink into your half seat and balance it up a little bit. There. Excellent. Excellent. On the rail. No gray area. On the rail. There, the girl. Feel his balance change? Good girl. Jump this one again. A little close to your saddle in the tight turns. See, that'll prevent that, guys. No rush. No rush. Left turn. Left turn. There you go. Let's do that one more time. So you can 2-point flow a little here because you're a long ways away. About a little after the camera, now right here, sink into him before you steady. Sit a little, sink, cool it, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Left turn, well done, well done. Walk and rest a second. Susie, hold on 1 second, please. Good, sit there, yeah. So, you know, I was lucky, I don't get to watch George much anymore, I wish I could, but I was watching him in Seattle a year or two ago, okay? And when you go from 2-point to half seat, he's real big on the word sink, because it's most people on the West Coast, there's too much of this, okay? So sinking softer. Sometimes if I can't get someone to sink, I'll say sit because it's stronger. But the important thing is, I love how you land 2-point flowing. You go to Spruce Meadows, you're under the time allowed, right? All this sitting down, leaning back, they can't be under the time allowed. But then before you go to balance him for that, you need to sink first. If you're way up here in the 2-point and you slow him down, then he's going to fall apart on you. Does that make sense to you? So if you always can kind of think sink, guard a little bit with seat and leg, so when you steady him up, he'll engage and balance the canter, okay? And when we do this line, Cheryl, in a minute with different striding, that'll be important when we add the stride, okay? Okay, Susie, please. Yep. No, you canter all of them. Yep. Yep. Try to be real careful pointing with a stick there, okay? There was a horse I rode a few years ago called Rindo, and if you did that on him, we'd be calling 911. Remember, middle of your horse, eyes on the windows. Eyes. Right, we just got it. Good. Good landing. So just watch me for a second. I'd love to get less of that in the air, okay? The ride was perfect. Hands a little higher in training. Right, first time right. Simple, simple. That's okay, you got it. Make sure, girls, Emily, be open-minded to the simple change, okay? Especially on something like that, on green horses. No gray area. She's a little in the gray area. I'd rather you thought more about her track and less about her flexion. Well done. Eyes up. Okay, this cross rail again, and you're going to stop on a straight line after this cross rail. No turn. Five. Sit, sit, light hand, light hand. Hands a little higher. There you go. So even there, it's a little bit there. Yeah, just up. Yeah, a little more pliable. Now, I realize in the hunters, low, discreet, but when we're training, let's carry them and let them be a little more elastic, okay? And then I'd love to just get you, it seems more left than right. You just get a little that way. An exercise you can do at home to fix that, just pick focal points in the air on the right side. Okay, so let's say if there's some little jump here, look at that post or something. That'll just get you, I won't bug you a ton about it today, but it'll get you out of that habit, okay? Because it will, on a lot of horses, make a slight difference with their front, okay? Yep, and she's a good jumper, okay? Does she? Okay.
She's weak behind, so it's like as she gets stronger behind, I think she'll get very good in front.
Okay, well she's jumped pretty darn good in front, okay? Okay, Emily, go for it. I'm interested to see her here in a second. So just kind of, just loop right around us. Best place to start's kind of right down there, okay? Get her trotting. She's kind of like, where am I going? I've been standing for 5 minutes. Got a little shorter rein, yep. And try when you shorten reins, Emily, grab and slide, okay? Just in habit, in the heat of battle, that's safer. Good, canter there. Sit, 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 sit. There you go. Because when she's there, nice. When she's a little late like that, make sure you stay in the saddle. She's got to accept the seat. A little flat, okay? Corner, corner, out and straight, corner. Good girl. So you're going to square the turn up a little more and not quite that fast. Cool it. Cool it, cool it, good. See, that's a good training ride. Trot, trot, trot. And a little like I told Susie, but you're to the right. Careful not to lean to the right side of your horse landing. So this turn here, again, circle there, circle there. And remember what I said to Cheryl, it's the same with you. You've got to sink before you balance, okay? That's why she only has kind of one speed. To stay in your saddle there. Let's let this whole side be a little slow. Outside rein, balance it a little, outside rein, stay out, not too fast. Batter, batter, good girl. 2-point flow's fine, 2-point flow a little's fine. After the camera, sink and balance up a little bit, land and turn left like Cheryl did. Whoops, same thing. It's all right, just trot it, just trot it, just trot it. Cool it, left turn. Now canter, we'll do it one more time. So it's very similar to what we were talking about with Cheryl's gray. You've got to sink a little, guard with your seat and leg, she doesn't break. So we need to produce a little more balance here. Cool it, engage a little, but cool it, you're a little hot, cool it, hang in there, almost. Trot a step, sit, trot, full seat, sit, sit, sit. It's all right, canter. canter. So we're going to do less posting and stuff on that simple change, okay? One more. Let's see how this pans out this time. Good girl. Keep it a little slow. Almost. One more. Left thumb up, keep cantering. Now, as you come down this side, stay in your saddle, think a little more left leg, right rein. Sink, guard the quality, left leg, right rein, stay out a little. Don't rush it, stay out a little. You're close, hang in there, cool it. That's what we want. Feel the difference right there? Let her walk. So you want to produce that balance. If you can produce that balance, then in your hunter derbies you mentioned, or classes, then you can just free up and gallop. You can't beat that then. That'll produce the 90s ride, okay? But if it's a little, she's all the time kind of that, sooner or later it's going to backfire. She's got enough mileage now. You can teach her a little bit of this to balance up. When she was dead green, yeah, keep it loose and going. But now you need to balance it a little bit, okay? Then you can free up and it's going to work out just nice, okay? Okay, guys, hang out a second. Can maybe steal one person jump crew? Yeah. Whoops. That's why. Yeah, I'd love to just drop, I'd love to make this a little ramped Oxer. So put it 2 holes above the screw right here. Yeah. This one's going to go on the screw. And then if you could help me, Christine, we're just going to, I'd love to, can you grab that side? And we're just going to narrow it a little, okay? I guess I better move this. There we go. Yep, perfect. Okay, and if you could take that cup off, please. Okay, Cheryl. Now what I'd like to do, Cheryl, canter up the rail, half turn through here, canter the gate. Then you're going to come around the little Oxer. Now notice that yellow, the U of O gate's in the way. So we're going to actually, on this Oxer, I'd love an ounce like that. Okay? Huh? Yeah, but go around the gate though, all the way around the end of the ring. This guy's is 58 feet, normal 4, but I want slow 5 the first time. Okay? So it's half turn, red, white, and blue gate. Long approach, little ramped Oxer. Outside, this is very low. Outside, steady 5. Okay? Yeah, you're safe. Actually, I'd hang out, over by the cross rail, or, yeah, that's probably the best spot right there. Now, this half turn, Emily and riders, close to your saddle. This isn't kind of a long huntery track, huh? Close to your saddle, Cheryl, a little lively. Look. Left leg, keep him straight. Eyes up. Good, you got it. Out and straight. Remember, no gray area. Out and straight. Now this, guys, you just turn a split second late, slight left angle. No problem. Out. Now a little close to your saddle to balance. Trot a step. You got it. Slow 5. Ooh, fit it in. Good. Cool it. Little leg. Good. You got it. Eyes ahead. And walk a second. Think you can go one shorter? I'd love for you to try it. If it won't hurt, is it your knees that get you? Yeah, it will place more stress on your knees. Can we try it and see? Because the downside is it will place more stress on your knees. So you're just going to have to see. Because I think if we go one shorter, it's going to help you keep this iron more forward, okay? Can you get the other one? Okay. That was good, huh? Now, a couple of things.
You didn't know how to get to this one.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, you just got to guard with more left leg out of the corner. So as you come, next time, as you come around here, stay out by Gus there. Then as you come around here, don't wait for him to bulge. You know he's going to kind of do it, right? So he's very sweet at the jump. But right about here, Cheryl, guard more with your outside leg, maybe a little right opening rein, a little left neck rein. You're going to try to get his body straighter here before he has the chance to bulge out here. That make sense to you? And then this was good, maybe ideally an ounce more gallop against the rail and a little patient to that. And then later on we'll do 4 and 5, okay? Okay, Susie. Good, eyes ahead. Just keep turning, just keep turning. Soften a little, soften a little. There you go. Because there's something to be said, just turn and let the jump. She's kind of so busy thinking, oh, I'm going to brace on that side. We'll let the turn and the jump give her something to think about. Just easy. You got it, out and straight. Flow a little, flow a little. Now easy 5 first time. Yeah. Ooh. That's fine. Soften. Good. Keep cantering, keep cantering. 2-point, let her flow a little. Now come around, do that line one more time. She's green, let's just get it straighter. Remember, hands a little higher, a little less seesawing. You want quieter hands. Good. Left leg a little, straight, ooh, ooh. Softly halt, softly halt. No problem, let her walk. So can you feel there how you land? It's very dependent on that, huh? I know I sound like a broken record. You're good, Emily, go ahead, honey. I know I sound like a broken record, but we got to really wean that down. I see it all the time, but I always tell people if it worked, you wouldn't have to do it all the time.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So what we'll do next time, 5 strides, stop straight.
Yeah.
That'll give her, she's thinking, oh, right side. Hey, man, we're not even turning right. Yeah. Just see, because even there is interesting. Oh, for sure, on the way to this gate, she was like, bring it on. Yeah. We'll just find ways where she's not even thinking about it, okay? Because I'm not sure, I don't see a physical myself, okay? I think it's just, she's just kind of determined about it, okay? Good girl. Little lively, but no faster. Good, look, guard a little left leg, look. Stay on it, you're good. Good girl, out, 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 straight, yep. I would love to get her way more there towards him. She kind of, that's where that left duck does haunt you a little. She cut left immediately, huh? You got it. All the way down, same with you. Eyes landing a little. Quiet 5. Easy, easy, easy. Worked out. Keep cantering. Eyes ahead. And walk and relax. Because she lands like a dream there, huh? Light, a little slow. We don't need to stop on a line. I'd rather reward her. Just my idea of rewarding her is letting her go through the turn. Don't post or stand up excessively too often. We do have to get her a little more dialed in, okay? Now, they're being real picky. I wouldn't mind that a little slower and deeper for 5. For the hunters, it's fine. But if you could have a little more gallop by the camera, and then just, I'm not going to say collect, just slightly balance it up out of the corner, it'll just place you a little deeper there for the 5, okay? Okay, Cheryl, same course, please. Okay? We're going to do 5 one more time. Okay. Good, now right, yeah, glue him out by the rail there. First part of not bulging is keep him out there, keep him out there. Now turn him there, keep your left leg on him. Left leg, sink a little, left leg. Don't rush it, don't rush it. Left leg. There you go, out, 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 straight. So I'd really like you guys to, M's a great focal point, Susie, in the air. Ride towards M. Well done. Out and straight, out and straight. Got to play a little more angle on that. You got it. Cool it. Steady 5. Fit it in. Whoa. And halt. Halt. Stop him. Good. Because to fix that lead change down there, stopping on a line here a time or two would be good. Okay, Cheryl? Sometimes I don't want to do it, we're going to do something different in a second, but you're going to land sometimes, halt, displace his haunch a little, then canter, and that'll clean up that change, okay? Now to get this Oxer, that's hard on him. I want you and Gus practicing that a lot, that right turn with that left drift. You hung in there and worked the jump out great, but we got to get him better about that bulge out of that tight turn, okay? I wouldn't mind. Are you okay carrying a stick on him typically? Yeah, I mean, just remember most jumpers, you don't have to today, but most jumpers, unless there's a, I have one, we just can't. But even just maybe a stick in your left hand would prevent that bulge a little sometimes, okay? Okay, Susie. Now as you go around the end of the ring here, try to carry the hand, quiet hands. Just kind of let this turn do it a little bit. It's her issue a little. Good. Just light and turn her, look at it. Remember in the air, M, follow it a little, drop her a little, follow it a little. There you go. That's the idea. Stop straight, stop straight, stop straight. Oops, stop straight. Let's see, walk a second. It's just too dressage-y for me. Land, you're looking, you're seesawing. Heck, I'd just stop her and drop her. Let her pop her nose on the wood for a second. Okay, come again. This was better though. Yeah, but part of it's I think if you'll just free it up and find other ways, we'll get to her, okay? Yep, try it again. I think that I'd hope the turn and the jump could do it more for you. Look there, just lead her. Just work it out. Easy, stop straight. Loose rein, stop straight. Drop her a little. There you go. And it'll get worse before it gets better. That'd bug you a lot. You got to not let that bug you too much, okay? Okay, canter the others now. She sticks her head up in that halt, who cares? Play a little angle on it. Now, Emily, one thing I'd like is they both turned a little too early to that Oxer, okay? You want to stay on the rail a little longer, okay? Let her flow a little, let her flow a little. Now easy, easy, eyes, well done, eyes. Now just let her stop. Loose rein, let the wall do it a little. Soft, soft, let go a little. There you go. Because one thing that's huge, if you'll get her less dependent on the flexion, she'll ride way better, okay? She's a little like she's either here or I'm out of here, I'm doing what I want. And it will get worse before it gets better. When you free it up or abandon her a little there, yeah, she's probably going to get worse. But if you'll do it, she's going to maybe make some mistakes, but then find her balance, and you'll get rid of that stiffness, but you also have a better in between. Okay? Yeah, right. Okay. And there is oftentimes. Go ahead, Emily. I'm watching. There's a lot of times you kind of have to be willing to let it get a little worse. Okay. So. Because we just got to find a way for that right side that's not a strength issue or, there's nothing watching her that I think, oh, gee, physically, that's why she has to do this, okay? You're good, hang in there, look at it, work it out, little active. Now chill, good, straight, 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 yep. Want to get you really good about ride to that corner. Now don't turn too soon here. There you go. Nice. Yeah. Eyes. Halt, halt, sit, sit, halt. Not too strong. There you go. So I threw it at you a little late, okay? But you do probably want to stop on a line a little more often, okay? Because you got the 5 so perfect. I thought, heck, let's try this. But she's kind of like, no, I plan on that. Straight line, make sure you sink, go to your full seat. That'll get weight. You can feel those front feet jam there like that. Go to your full seat, just stay light. She's not going anywhere. Okay, good, good. You nailed the jumps, huh? This is good for her. I like these horses. I just kind of lucked out and stumbled on that, but working on that half turn's a good thing for you, okay? Okay, Cheryl, now we're going to change it. Little Oxer on the angle, okay? Then you're going to come down. You're going to do the 5, okay? Actually, I like this better. Let's do this. Let's do Oxer on the angle, cross rail. So now I'm giving you a patient jump here, the cross rail this way. So come all the way around, Susie, okay? Left turn, outside 4. Just give me a second here. Give her a little ground line, Susie. And I think what you mentioned, Susie, about her front, I didn't notice it, the cross rails, but it's true. If you can perfect that a little, she will just be that little, yeah, okay? Yeah. Now, Cheryl, this direction, we're doing the 4, okay? Okay? So it's little Oxer, squaring up, patient to the cross rail, close to your saddle, then the outside flowing forward. This Oxer go around me. Good. Out here. So notice, Emily, how that just worked out a little better, huh? Okay. Yours was good, but see, when you go out, Susie, a little more like that, that gave her that distance rather than the long, weak one. There you go. Good. Now the 4. Now a little 2-point flowing's great. Move up a little, move up a little. There you go. Good girl. Stop straight. Okay, we'll let him walk a second. So we'll dive into those leads a little tomorrow, okay? See, you were good at the jump. See how nice this worked out when you went around me a little bit? And the other ones were fine, but they were a little long and weak. That was perfect that time. You made my day with the patient to the cross rail, okay? Then there, and you just got to think of this in the turn. Susie, you're good. I'll watch. When you're in the turn, guard with that outside leg back a little bit, okay? Your inside leg to keep the quality and a little bend maybe, but then really, especially off this turn, guard with that outside leg, okay? Hang on, we'll do that again. Out a little, out a little. Left angle. Follow it, follow it. Trot. There you go. That was nice. Let her go a little now. See, don't get too dressage right there. It's too sitting, too collected. Free it up a little. Free it up a little. Now you can balance it a little for this exercise. Because I actually don't like this exercise for her. Good. Go with it. You're good. Beautiful. Good girl. You got it. Follow, follow. Don't over collect in that corner. Follow. Yeah. Yeah. Continue. No problem. No problem. Don't stop. Don't stop. Just drop her and go. Drop her and go all the way around. See, and that's where the getting too comfortable, too slow haunts you a little, huh? Flow here, stretch and flow, 2-point gallop. Stay on it, you're still a little slow. Turn a little early as well. There you go, go with it, go with it, go with it, go with it. See, ideally, there's still one less there. It's all right, it's all right. Eyes ahead, free it up one more time. I really want the 4, okay? Promise you she can do it. Now right here, there you go. There you go. We got to get you liking that better. Keep that, turn early. Don't balance, stay on it. Stay on it, yep. Yep, easy. Continue. There you go, it's all right. Okay, trot a second. Oh, you're good, you got it. And let her walk and relax. Now, if we can free up other parts of it, that's going to get way easier, huh? Okay? Yeah, but I think it comes, you're good, Emily, I'm watching, honey. I think it comes from too dressage-y, too slow. It's like I would love to go spend some time with Christine Trot. Okay, I think she's brilliant in dressage. You know what I mean? She understands the show jumping. But a friend of mine was with her a bunch, and then after that he kept having time faults because it got too dressage-y, too slow. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then we started calling him the California time fault queen. Okay? So anyway, you just gotten a little that way, okay? You got to free it up a little bit because that line, yeah, it's a little galloping, but it's not that galloping. Out a little, out a little. Good girl. And then feel free, even though she does nice lead changes, still put in occasional simple, okay? Just land, trot, let her just take a breath, okay? She's going to be a classy horse for you. She will. Easy, easy. Yeah, I like you liking that one. Steady 5. Steady 5 first time. Cool it. Cool it. Cool it. Cool it. Good. That's fine. Get your lead. Watch you don't overbend the neck. Now flow, a little like Susie. Let her stretch and flow down this side. Now the 4. Now make sure for the 4, turn a little earlier. Easy, you're there. Continue. You got it. Hang in there. Good girl. Eyes up. Okay, let her walk and rest a second, huh? You know, it's just kind of one of those times you came out of the corner, the galloping one that you were hoping for just didn't happen to quite be there, okay? So then you kind of have to chill, give her a little room, then continue. That just takes practice. And you know what's interesting about that? If I can teach you to gallop the Oxer, and then here you were hoping for one less, right? I had to talk you into it. But if I can teach you to not hope for one less, then you're actually going to realize that moment better later over there. Yeah. You'll just be a little, oh gee, okay, I need to chill a second, now I can get the 4. Does that make sense? By learning to be almost overdoing it a little here, it'll teach you that, okay? Okay, Cheryl, I'd love for him to do cross rail, outside 4, just those 3 jumps. Susie will do the same. And Susie, one thing, and I see this in Portland and Seattle all the time because they're in indoors typically smaller than this a lot because of the rain, is they over square up the corner. If you turn her a little earlier down here, that'll make the 4 easier, okay? Worked out. Good. On the rail, then make sure he stays in front of me. Right here, guard a little outside leg. You got it. Easy. Good. Good. Keep cantering. Keep cantering. And let him walk. Good, Cheryl. Because, you know, it's interesting. Right here he does. He kind of bulges out and stalls a little. You got to keep that forward quality, okay? Good. Okay, Susie, please. Let's leave him there for today, huh? We got coursework tomorrow. That's plenty. If I was to do one thing more, Cheryl, I'd love to perfect that half turn to that gate. But we'll come up, Cheryl, with some kind of exercise for that tomorrow to work on that a little. Remember, no gray area. Out and straight. That's fine. Follow it. Follow it. Don't balance. You're good. You're good. Don't balance it. Stay in front of me. Right here. Allow it. Allow it. Allow it. Yeah. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. There you go. Eyes up. Eyes up. Keep cantering. Big circle. Carry your hands. Circle. Go around the oxer. Let her flow. Not too slow. Let her flow. But glue her to the rail right here flowing. Go ahead, Emily. There you go. Now walk. Good. 'Cause I just didn't like the way she dove in down there off the 4, okay? But that's going to happen. When you let her out of the bag and go fast on her a little bit like that, you will lose that a little, huh? Good. Susie, to me, that's a big deal, is getting comfortable more with the pace, okay? Less flexion, more gallop. Simple as that. You got it. Okay, now they're tired. You better hang in there. Go get this a little. She's a little slow and weak. She's a little slow and weak. Go get it. There you go. Eyes up. Good. Good. Let her walk. Good girl, Emily. That was pretty game there, huh? Good girl. You kind of got it so good you could have chilled a little on the 4th, huh? Yeah. Okay, it's all right. Just surprised you got it that easy, okay? I liked your commitment here. That was huge, huh? I want you, again, I don't want to bug you about too many things in one day, but we got to get a couple of you guys in the air, focal points, eyes ahead. Okay? Now, let me just, and Angie, go ahead, let him trot a little, okay? Just go wherever you want, let him trot a little bit. So, Cheryl, with him tomorrow, if I was to pick one, even though we talk about it numerous things, okay, my biggest tip for you the whole day, 2 things. Slightly shorter stirrup, if you can, see if your knees tolerate it, okay? And the other thing would be the sinking before you balance. You've got to be close to the saddle to guard with your leg and your seat slightly. You know what I mean? The quality, because he just gets a little wet noodly. You know what I mean? That way you can guard the quality. Those 2 things would be my biggest things. Tomorrow we're going to work on the straightness out of the corner, and we'll try to fix that lead slightly, okay? Fix that lead slightly. But the leads are almost, I'd almost rather have like 3 jumps in here working on that than this whole course thing. Oh, he jumps good, yeah. And even the time he was bulging and crooked there, man, he just zeroes in, heads right to it. If we can get him a little more rideable in the turns, that'll help you out, huh? Good. Susie, my biggest thing for you, flatting, a little less right-left. Okay, you're going to try to wean that down, maybe hands a little higher and separated, and then I'll throw 3 things at you. Then jumping, you know, simply more pace. Okay, number 3 was we just got to see you tomorrow. I'll think about it a lot tonight. We just got to see if we can find a way on that right side. You know what I mean?
I could put latex on the bit too. The bit is
yeah, try it if you like. Okay, what bit is that?
It's one of those plexical things, but she has such a tiny little mouth. It's been a real problem. So I have latexed it.
Yeah, why don't you? I didn't realize it's quite this harsh. Okay,
it is. So
yeah.
I put a little bit, but then she starts just.
Yeah. I just would love to just basically think, you know, 2 things about that. 1, we can't force it, right? 2, you know, I would just, if we just like that attitude right there, we can get a little more there. It might get worse before it gets better, but see if you can, because we got to obviously, you know, if you're at Devon somewhere, that you got to get the 4, you know.
See, then what happens is I had to add in the first class, which is we went to a show
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, and then all of a sudden she opens up without me.
Yeah, but see, I think that's because at home there's too much slow.
Yeah.
So when you do open her up, it's like, woohoo! You know what I mean? Right. So I think at home now and tomorrow we'll start building in more pace.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully that landing off the jump or in front of the jump's not necessarily a lot more pace.
Yeah.
Okay? Emily, good, huh? Okay, here's my 2 biggest tips for you. They're both flattening. Right bend, no more. Straight. Straight's in relation to track, okay? Left curve, left bend. Right curve, right bend. Straight line, straight horse. The counter bend exercise, only the one direction's a bad thing for you, okay? Then my other thing on the flat, just the right leg. I didn't notice it jumping much, okay? I would say jumping, eyes, a little landing, okay? Pretty good at the jumps, but you just get a little look down. Eyes are huge landing, okay? Yep, okay, good. Okay, hang out, guys. Yeah, if you want to hop down, it's fine. Susie, if you guys could, heading out, there's hoof picks. You just pick their feet out there. Okay, Angie, I want you to come down here, trot a big circle. You're going to trot these two cavalettis, okay? Towards the stable, please. They're just set a little on the quiet side. Good. Now see here again, I want a little shorter rein and a little more leaning forward. Yep, yep. And when you're jumping, no talking, okay? Leaning forward. Excellent. I love how he stretches. Stay right, stay right. She stretches down like that. That's great, huh? Now look here. Even at these cavalettis, watch me. I want you to reach up, press down. I want to see either a short or medium release, okay? And when you're jumping, and let's say you get cantering more, if I had you canter that little oxer, you're going to perfect main if you need it. Press. No problem. Hip angle was good. One more time. Now watch my hands when you're by the camera there. I really want to see this time. About 3 inches, press down alongside the crest, okay? It's very important to me, and before you get cantering too many jumps, very important to me you perfect that. Okay, try it. Reach up, press down. That's the idea. Good girl. Okay, walk and rest a second. And you're going to change direction and go the other way, okay? Okay, let her trot that. Walk over to me for 1 second.
I've never practiced anything with my hands.
Well, we got to work on that because when you're cantering, the last thing we want to do is catch her mouth or something. Because I love how she got there and stretched down, huh? Good, you got a twist there, another girl. So when you get here, you're going to reach up, press down.
Okay.
To review the releases, short,
As she jumps,
medium,
so
yep, right before,
Okay.
long. When you're not sure, let me steal your reins for a second. When you're not sure, there's a move, you grab a little piece of mane. If you grab that mane, have your body closed, eyes up, deep heels. When you're, let's say you're galloping that oxer. Whoops, I goofed, she chipped in. If you'll do that, no problem, okay? Where people get in troubles when it goes wrong is they either sit down and lean back, then they get jumped off, which is happens way more often, or they lean extra ahead and have a problem. I usually see the behind hurt people more than the in front, actually, okay?
So I'm just going to go here.
Yep, you're just going to reach up, and you're just going to, just keep your fingers closed, just reach up, press down. We just got to get that freed up slightly, okay? Okay, let her trot that on a left circle. Oh, it was twisted. So see, your thumb wants to be right in that braid there. It was twisted this way. Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. See it now? How it's a straight rein all the way to the mouth. Yeah. Let's check this one.
Now what am
Yep.
I
This
doing?
one was twisted
Just going
too.
the other direction?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. Good. There you go. Yeah, it's real important. So see how that's why these braids are here. See how your thumb fits right in there? See, now you got a good grip on that. Okay. And you want it nice and straight like that. Okay. She's a sweet mare. Okay, let's let her trot to the left a couple of times, okay? Please, yeah, the yellow one here, yep. You're just gonna do a big left circle away from the barn. Eyes ahead, at a girl, out and straight, leaning forward a little bit. Reach up, press. Good, you got it, that's fine. Straight, posting. She jumped good. Remember diagonal and the skip one bounce. There you got it. Eyes ahead. Cute horse. Leaning forward a little. Good. No rush. Yep. Keep going. Press. Cluck a little. There you go. Good. Okay. Walk a second. Now we're going to go the other direction, okay? Okay. Now we'll do it off the right. Now with this cavaletti pull, that helps you, okay? A little lively. Eyes ahead, good girl. Out and straight. Keep leaning forward. Out and straight, good. Now keep going a little bit. Good, there you got it. Right turn. Diagonal. One more time. On the rail. Good girl. Yep, you got it. Stay with her. Good, that's fine. It's all right, it's little. She's just like, oh, I'm tired. I've been out here 2 hours, okay? Okay, walk and rest a second. Now, I want to do one more thing just for curiosity's sake. I want you to walk down there. Yeah, I want you to, why don't you go kind of behind Cheryl towards Susie there. Pick up your canter. I'm going to give you a cavaletti pull right here. You're going to canter up the quarter line over this pole.
Just canter over.
Yeah, just canter over this pole. Okay, on your left lead. I just want to see you do that once. As you mentioned, you're just starting to canter jump, so I just wanted to see this once here. Yeah, so just let her go to the rail. Maybe sneak in front of Emily there or something, around Susie. Hey, Susie, can you duck a little over? Yeah, there you go. Okay, let her trot a second and then canter. Good. Now sit your saddle and canter. Half seat, canter. Look at it. Look at it. Good girl. Straight, straight. Yep. Keep going. You're looking good. It's all right. No problem. Just trot it. Just trot. So if that happens to a jump, then just trot the jump, okay? Trot all the way to the end. All the way to the end. Remember what we talked about with the other horses? No gray area. That's a big deal. Because when you guys have a ring, Cheryl, so nice and big, you kind of can get away with it. If I put you in some little teeny indoor in Seattle, it won't pan out too good. Yeah. Okay, let's canter it again. It's a cute horse for her. Look at it, keep going, you're okay. No problem, no problem. Yep, circle is a good idea. Now right here, sit and canter right there, go for it. Outside leg, a little cluck. Yeah, you got it, keep going. Quiet hands, keep going. Looking good. Stay on it, don't slow down. There you go. Quiet hands, soften. Look at that. Oh, I love her expression. Stop straight, stop straight. There you go. And turn her right. Because see how she was anticipating a left turn there? Emily, that'd be a big deal for you sometimes, okay? See how she's anticipating the left turn here? That's why we stop straight sometimes, turn the other way. Okay, good, leave her there. Now, here's a big thing, because tomorrow I want to jump a few, okay? We went kind of extra long with only 3, I don't know how, but I want tomorrow, you remind me, while we're flatting, we're going to perfect releases a little bit, okay? Yeah, well, it's pretty important for you, okay? So my 2 tips for you are a little more posting, trot, your 2-point hip angle cantering's excellent. And then I would like tomorrow when we jump, and I forgot before we jump, I would like 1 hole shorter jumping. I just think it looks an ounce reachy. I know by the rule book it's fine, but I wouldn't mind.
Really have my comfort zone.
Okay, yeah, I just think maybe 1 shorter might help you. Okay, she's not real big and it might help you, okay? And then I have to say, I was worried about these stirrups for you, okay? But I have to say, watching you, you're actually pretty flexible in that ankle and your heels are pretty good. So I'd back off a little what I said in the beginning. I do believe day in, day out, they're not that great. Now, the problem is if I give you the other ones jumping, you're going to lose them. You're going
Maybe it's good for me to
to,
practice with them.
yeah, you might, maybe flat with them a little and see. You know what I mean? Maybe cheat and jump with these a little bit. It's a toss-up. I could get you in a little trouble switching to the others, even though long term, they'd be better for you. Okay? You know, but like I told Emily, if you have a show next week, don't switch now, okay?
You know what, I wear different strips all the time.
Oh, do you? Oh,
I just
okay.
borrowed them for today.
Oh, okay,
So I'm willing
okay.
to learn on
Yeah, my favorite then would be just regular, normal metal stirrup
tomorrow I
that's
can
not
try
quite
it.
so wide. Yeah, let's see it,
face.
okay? But your heel and stuff's actually pretty good. Okay, good.
I know, isn't she cute? She was
Oh
getting
yeah, I was
excited
telling Cheryl a
even the
second ago.
crossroads.
Yeah, no, she's a cute mare. I like her. I love her expression.